Hi there folks, my name's NOAA24 and welcome to hurricane hunting. So we're going to go hunt for Hurricane Matthew now. I do want to start this video off by saying I do hope that everyone in Florida and the various places that are affected this is safe and sound. I really do hope you are, and my thoughts do go with the families in Haiti and other places which have been already struck by this tragic event. But it wouldn't be flight simulation if we didn't go hunting for it. So we are here today, so I'm here in P3D version 3.3 with Active Sky 2016. We're going to be going for a tour. We're going to see what it's like from in sim, and I'm joined here today by a couple of excellent valued flight sim pilots today. I'm joined here by BelGeode.
Hey, hey.
And I'm also joined here by a special guest, Razor from the FSX Blue Angels.
Hello, hello.
So we're teamed up today. We're going to be going for a flight. We're going to see what we can find in this, because I think this could be a pretty cool little event, this one. So we're going to see what we're like. We're currently here at Key West Naval Air Station. We're going to be departing here. We're going to be heading over to Freeport, just over to Freeport in the Bahamas. We're going to head over there and see what we can find in weather conditions. Alrighty. So without any further ado, let's get started. We're lined up here, runway 31. Alrighty, well Razor, I see you're lined up there, so I'm going to taxi up behind you if you wanted to lead us out.
Let's run up.
Alright, and I'm spooling up behind him.
Alright, Dick, give me active.
Got some, it's pretty fierce winds here, and we haven't even left Key West yet. So I was getting 22 knots, 26 knots, gusting up to 40 knots just before. So it looks like we're going to be in for quite the journey today.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate for yesterday. Okay, rolling.
Alrighty, as we start climbing out, we're going to start our turn. We're going to kick on the autopilot. And we've definitely made sure that our pitot heat is on, because I think it's going to get very cold in the vicinity of these clouds once we get up at altitude.
I would imagine so.
Yep, I can just about guarantee on that one. Looks like we got a nice little trail formation here. I love it.
And I do want to comment that, first of all, I want to say, yeah, the guys that actually do this for real, that actually do the hurricane hunters, you guys are absolutely batshit insane, and your efforts are incredibly appreciated by everybody, because a lot of the hurricane information and stuff that gets passed on to warnings for everybody to make sure you stay safe actually come from these crazy pilots who put themselves and their machines in literally mortal danger to actually go and research these things.
For sure.
Absolutely incredible what they do. I actually saw a 360-degree camera video a little bit earlier today of them basically doing what we're doing, bursting through the eye wall of the hurricane. It was amazing.
And I also saw that video, and if I remember the link, I'll make sure I put it in the description as video, because that stuff is insane. And just watching the vibration of the aircraft as it's going through that eye wall was just like, makes you appreciate how well constructed these aircraft really are, because that's just insane.
Oh yeah, Lockheed knew what they were doing when they came up with this baby. Alright, autopilot is on. We're good to go. Was never so thankful for autopilot as I am right now. Okay. So our cruise is going to be, what, 2,200?
So we're going to get to
Or
20,
22,000?
22,000 for our cruise there, and we're going to see as the weather conditions deteriorate as we close on it, and then we're going to see if we can, if we too can burst through the eye wall and see the way the conditions change as they get in. Because as Active Sky has always been one of those things which is always striven to model hurricanes. Has always been its big thing. If it aims for its accuracy of modeling hurricane simulation. I know that for viewers of my channel, I've previously done a hurricane hunting video where I was quite impressed, and this is the first time I've done it with Active Sky 16. So we'll have to see with all the improvements that that's done as well, see how that's changed things as well. I'm going to increase my vertical speed. I think these Allison turboprops are just really powerful to do this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have visual on you. I am at your 7 o'clock right now.
Yeah, I pulled the power back good. Been doing about 130 in the climb, climbing through 15,000 now.
Alright, so I'm just climbing through 9 now.
I'm closing in on 9. Just changed my angle of attack here.
Well, Razor, you're climbing that thing like it's like a Blue Angel's Hornet.
No, I've already been at cruise by now. I'm only at 15 degrees nose up, not 65.
And if you look off to the left, you can already start to see a little bit of lightning being rendered. The closer we get to the mainland, the more dramatic that's going to be.
Just watching the layers of the cloud is just incredible. Like, seriously, okay, so because as you know, I live in Australia, so we don't get hurricanes, we get cyclones. Because
Right.
it's the southern hemisphere version of it, and yeah, I've the closest one that got to me was a couple of years ago. Ended up making landfall about 150, 200 kilometers north of me, and I helped out during the recovery of that, and it was just insane to see the damage. And that was only a Category 3 that crossed, and this is a Cat 5, I believe. It's still a Cat 5, or is it Cat 4?
It was a 4. I got really close to a 5 there for a bit before it hit Haiti, and then it kind of slowed down after that a little bit. It's now at 2 current time.
But don't forget, folks, like that's still insanely powerful. The winds that has, and the destructive power of it. It really makes you appreciate the power of the Mother Nature as well, with the destructive abilities that it has. I mean, we as human beings find very creative and interesting ways to inflict pain on each other. But just remember that Mother Nature is like the one that actually has the last say in a lot of this stuff.
Absolutely.
Just checking my GPS chat there, so we're en route.
Alright, I'm at cruise. Where are you guys at?
Just passing through 16,000.
Gotcha.
Yep, I'm closing in on 16 right now. Let me see, what is my lateral location? Just about to pass Kilo Mike Tango Hotel, which is Marathon Airport on Marathon Key.
Now, of course, BelGeode, you're from sort of like this area, aren't you?
Yep. Yep, spent a great portion of my life in South Florida, so all of this stuff hits home. And actually, a lot of my family is still down there. Thankfully, everyone reported in today that they were safe. But yeah, this is my old stomping grounds that we're in right now.
Yeah, it's always reassuring when you know that people who are they are affected by that area are safe and okay. So yeah, so to all your all the viewers out there, I hope that you are okay and all your families check in safe as well. I really do.
It's one of those things that you just come to terms with. I mean, you know that it's a possibility, or in some cases, even an eventuality. So I don't know. When it comes to living in Florida, yeah, it's just par for the course. You really can't do much except just accept
The
and
crazy
have
thing about
family out of
Florida
state.
now, the crazy thing about Florida is Hermine, which just hit last month, was the first hurricane to make landfall in Florida in years. So there's thousands, if not a couple million people that are new to Florida that have never witnessed a hurricane making landfall prior to Hermine, which was rather small in comparison to even Matthew.
And now to
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
now to have like two hit landfall like within a fairly short
Yeah,
period
one
of
on each
time.
side of the state.
Mm.
Yep.
I think I read an article somewhere that even Florida long-term Florida residents were a bit concerned and shocked by Matthew.
Yeah, there were certainly a lot of strong language, not in the sense that we're used to with swear words, but very, very compelling and very blunt language used by mayors and governors this week leading up to everything. That they were there were some more blunt than others. There was one person that was a weather reporter, I believe, in Florida that said, if you do not leave, you and your family will die from this section of
Holy
the
crap!
coast, because
Yeah.
it was a Category 4 at the time. It was at that time forecasted to make landfall there, and this was an island at that point where he was specifically speaking towards. So, and you kind of have to do that because of the sense of, okay, yeah, we haven't had a hurricane in X number of years. This one's gonna, not come anywhere close, or even worse, the people that have come from up north or from other parts of the country or even other countries
Mm.
that have moved to Florida, and they have seen videos of hurricanes, but that's it. They've never been anywhere close to one. They just think, oh, wind and rain, what can be so bad about that? Where it will rip houses off their foundation. It will rip shingles and roofing off of a house in a heartbeat. So this was certainly, I think, a wake-up call for a lot of Florida. Somewhat
Yeah.
fortunately, unfortunately at the same time.
I think a lot of lessons were learned from Hurricane Andrew, which of course was the last one that totally devastated South Florida. I lived through that one, and let me tell you, that was an absolute nightmare. I don't think anyone was prepared for the logistics involved as far as the cleanup and getting everybody back to speed. It was just incredible. When I tell you that the area that we're flying over now looked like a bomb dropped, it's no exaggeration. Everything was leveled. It's nuts.
Yep.
And at the time, my dad, well, he still works for an electrical company down there, so he had taken my brother and myself to help with the recovery effort, and we were just dumbfounded. It's like we didn't even know where to begin, basically. Just trying to put all of that infrastructure back took months to the order of years. And one of the airports that we're going to be flying over, or at least close by, is Homestead Air Force Base. When I tell you the horror that was inflicted on that base, F-16s literally flipped over. Consider how much each aircraft costs.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things for the the Air Force and the Air Force Reserves that prompted them to start evacuating airplanes. Perfect example of that is here at Moody in South Georgia. They, even though we're outside of the path of the storm by a substantial amount, really, we're been getting the outer bands. They evacuated all of our A-10s. They took C-130s as well. They sent them to Alabama. The A-10s are in West Florida, so they're not close to the path. And then all of our helicopters are in a hangar, flight ready, so they can go out, help out in search and rescue tomorrow.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense there.
And then we've got the brave and crazy guys from NOAA and from, I think, I want to say it's one of the Florida Air National Guard squadrons that actually do this hurricane hunting.
It's the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron out of Keesler in Alabama. Or Mississippi? One of the two. Alabama or Mississippi, right there on the coast, so...
And these guys actually, you know, willingly sign on to be able to fly through these things. Like, I'm actually just looking now and I'm seeing the lightning in the distance, and I'm seeing what I'm guessing is starting to look like might be the wall, the outer edges of the wall in front of us, and that's... I'm just doing this in flight sim, and that's intimidating. Like, this is a simulation. I am in no actual physical danger, and that's intimidating watching that. That really is.
It's literally a wall of clouds, and from my understanding, the cloud tops are probably close to about 35,000 feet up. So we're going to be literally going in the middle of it.
Yeah, some of them far above, some up into the 40s and 50,000 foot range, depending on the size of the hurricane. But yeah, Keesler's down in Biloxi, Mississippi, so that's where they're out of. The Air Force Reserves. They have a couple airplanes. I think they have 8 C-130s. Or WC-130Js, I should say.
And they're equipped much like the NOAA ones with the extra the gear to actually do the atmospheric testing and the atmospheric data pulling. Yeah,
they're retroed to allow them to drop buoys or atmospheric buoys, atmospheric cones to pick up the winds and the shifts and all that kind of stuff. So that they can figure out what's going on in the storm. But yeah, there's not many of them out there, so.
Wow, that's insane. Alright, looks like we are going to start closing on this weather now. Yeah!
You should see a pretty solid sheet in front of you, and also watch your difference between your airspeed and your ground speed. That'll dramatically shift.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this is starting to get intimidating.
The best is yet to come.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a really good, for anyone in the U.S., there was a pretty cool documentary series that the Weather Channel did on the guys out of Keesler, the 53rd. I think there were 10 episodes, something like that. I think they called it Hurricane Hunters, which of course is their squadron given name. And they followed them around. They went into Sandy, I think, at the time, which of course was the large hurricane that hit New York eventually. But when they were filming all that, that's what was going on. So they were actually flying out of Savannah. But that was a pretty cool documentary going over what they do and how they fly. They go down to 3,000 to 5,000 feet depending on the storm, and they fly that low in a C-130 when they cannot see the ground or the water, depending on what they're flying over, and they're getting downdraft. When they're at 10 or 15,000 feet, they're getting downdrafts and updrafts of 5,000 to 7,000 feet per minute.
Holy
and they
hell!
Can't climb out of them, so they have to wait for the downdraft to stop before the airplane will actually continue its ascent back up to their altitude. So they're down at 3,000 feet. If they hit one of those, they're going in the water.
That's scary. Like,
so go out and do it.
Like right now, for example, you know, I'm watching the RPM levels on my 4 engines here, and they're just going crazy. And we're barely sort of just starting to touch the eye here. We're not even touching. We're nowhere near the eye. We're still probably 100 miles from the eye.
Yeah. 100, yeah, something like that.
According to my map, we are just past Homestead Air Force Base, actually. So we should be getting to the nitty-gritty right now. What they call the outer eye wall. This is where all the really thick stuff is. So yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster from here on in.
Yeah, like pretty much
Quarter.
zero visibility out of the cockpit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, as far as actually locating the eye, I am using Active Sky Next. If you can see the darkest spot in the center of the hurricane, when we get closer to Freeport, just kind of aim for that, like take it off of the LNAV and just pretty much aim for that, and you'll see a dramatic difference once we actually burst through into the eye itself. And here comes the rains. Wow. I have no visual on either of you at this point.
I got nothing. I got the rain, and I'm just watching the. Okay, yeah, and this is one of the reasons why, you know, I do sort of say to people, you know, Active Sky is a great add-on to have, because just watching the fact that you're getting the wing fade effects, you're getting the fact that, you know, the cloud and the rain coming, you know, over and around the aircraft is obscuring it as you're flying through. And I've already clocking at over 100 knots as wind speeds.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and it'll stay like that until, even if we burst through the eye, because that's always an interesting process, especially with everyone having different sims. Even though we synced our time pretty well before we departed, we'll probably have the eye wall will be in slightly different positions.
And that's something else I do want to say. So what we're actually testing out a curious little piece of software that's just been freshly released. So it's been in development for a little while, but it's sort of made its public beta debut. It's called JoinFS, and I'm going to be doing a separate video just on that. But it's a really exciting piece of software as an alternative to some of the ones that are out there, for actually being able to get users to be able to do fly multiplayer and fly together. Without any kind of time lag, but be able to use different sims. Like, for example, today I've got myself in P3D. We've got BelGeode in FSX Steam Edition, and Razor, you're in Steam Edition, or are you in boxed?
Yeah, I'm in Steam.
Steam. Yeah, so we've got two FSX Steam Editions. You know, we had to manually sync our time and our weather, but being able to see each other clearly and be able to see each other's aircraft is actually it's a really cool thing without the delay that you get from the other popular, you know, multiplayer alternatives that are out there at the moment. So it's a really exciting piece of software that I've just started trying out, and this is one of my curious tests about it, is here how we can do it when we link up, sync our weather as well. This is insane. Like I'm outside the aircraft and I can barely see my own aircraft. Like,
yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
We just passed
One other thing you have to.
right?
Yep. Another thing you really have to watch when flying into hurricanes is if you take a look at your altimeter right now and maybe either pull up the little red tape with Shift Z, I believe P3D still has it, or if you just hit Bravo on your keyboard, your altimeter is going to pretty drastically change if you haven't reset it since we departed Key West. Just since the pressure is substantially gone down since we departed.
It changed about 500 feet.
Almost 1,000 feet. Yeah, I'm almost 1,000 feet under where I'm set to cruise at.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit over, so I've got visual on you right now, Razor, and yes, we're both making dramatic changes to get to where we need to be.
Yep.
Alright, here comes the next band. It's gonna get rough from here. Now, one thing that I really like about this little software that you've got us using here in Overwing is the fact that I'm actually in single-player mode. I'm not in multiplayer, so I've got like my AI aircraft that are flying around the storm and so on, and then I see all of you. It's awesome.
All right, I'm thinking we might make a turn to 090 and see if we can, because I'm looking at the Active Sky map here, and it's looking like that's the eye's heading that direction.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. So let me see if I can just set my heading bug real quick here. Okay, 090 and braking to the right now. Or at least attempting to. Apparently Mother Nature has other
I was
ideas.
going to say, Mother Nature's got some other ideas about that right now.
Yeah, it's certainly rather interesting. Bad part is the wind's coming from the north, so once you get that wing rocked over, you're going to have a really hard time trying to roll back out at zero.
Oh, wow. All I can say is thank goddess for autopilot.
Yeah.
Okay, 073, 074. Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
And again, I'm just watching my altimeter and my my tachometer for my engines just going batshit crazy right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that is nuts. Okay, 10 more degrees. You can do it! You can do it, Bertha!
Yeah, you were right, Razor. With the winds coming out of the north, it massively, even with the autopilot, it massively overcorrected the turn.
Yep.
Okay, I am right about 082. I'm going to pull it back to the left a couple of degrees there and see if I can at least track on 080, because considering the wind component that we've got, the crosswind now component, it's going to push us to the south anyway.
Oh yeah. So I'm like consulting between like I'm looking at the LNAV with GPS, and it's just like, you know, yep, nope, 090 ain't 090 with these winds.
No, not even close.
So I'm going to pull it back. Yeah, probably looking like about 080, and that should actually give me on a magnetic course of 091. So that's 090. Wow.
Yeah, that's about right.
Those winds are insane.
Yes. I can't possibly imagine how these guys do this stuff for real.
I know. Like,
I would need 2 new pairs of underwear before the flight is done. One coming, one going.
holy hell.
Yeah, certainly interesting. The crazy thing is that if you pull up your GPS and take a look at your ground speed, or if you have something else to reference ground speed, I'm getting about 130 knot increase in ground speed over airspeed, which you're going to get a moderate increase at this altitude either way. But we're looking at almost a 90-degree crosswind that's still pushing that much. So if it was a tailwind, we'd be looking at almost 250 knots of an increase.
That is batshit insane. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've got myself clocked at 405 knots ground speed right now. It's just
showing
crazy.
440 over the ground, about 300 in the air.
It's funny, I'm just trying to, like, cycling through some of the views, and, like, can't see the aeroplane. This just can't see aeroplane, like, at all. Like, there's one view where I can, I think the lock spot, I can sort of half see the aircraft, like, every few seconds I get this glimpse of this ghostly P3, WP3 just flying through the muck. Oh my god, that is insane.
I gotta give High Fidelity some props though. This is some good programming here. It doesn't get much better than this.
Between Hi-Fi and REX, like, seriously, this is insane.
Reminds me of Forrest Gump. We even had that sideways rain.
You know, yeah, okay, so I'm just going to throw this out there. I know that Milviz is currently working, or supposedly working on a C-130J. Whether we ever sees the light of day or not, it's a whole nother issue. But, guys, if you're going to make the C-130J, can you do me a favour? Can you make the Hurricane Hunting WC-130J, please? That would be cool.
Certainly would.
Because I must admit, there's one thing that I've always wanted to see for the Captain Sim C-130, as I've always wanted to see them release, and I would happily pay money for this. I know they've stopped development, they're never going to develop it again, but I would happily pay money for somebody to make because the Royal Air Force operated a weather reconnaissance version of the C-130 for many, many years. And it was nicknamed Snoopy because of its giant, long proboscis out the front. And I would pay money to have that added to my C-130 collection. I really would. So it was an old C Mark 1, so a C-130E, I think it was in US service. But yeah, it would work. But yeah, it did all the aerial survey things in throughout Europe, and it was just insane. And that airplane just looked wrong. It was so good. I'm just watching my aircraft just like vibrate around from the
I just came
crosswinds.
out of an 8,000 foot per minute climb that lasted
Yep.
for about 30 seconds. I couldn't get out of.
Yep. What the hell?
I just managed to give myself a little heart attack here. You know how FSX will automatically turn on your instrument lights?
Yeah, I
didn't
got the same
realize
exact thing.
the lights in this thing is red. So
Yeah.
it just popped on, and I'm like, oh my god, what just happened? It's got me all paranoid here, flying through a virtual storm.
You know we're really close to the Bermuda Triangle, right?
Dun,
This
dun,
is
dun,
true.
dun.
This is very true. Okay, so I've got the eye wall directly ahead. Unfortunately, with Active Sky Next, I can't gauge the distances as well, so I don't know exactly how far off we are from it. But it is directly in my path. So we
Yeah, I got the
should
same
be
thing.
breaking
We're
on through to the other side.
showing 40 miles to the airport, so we're probably 25, 30 from the eye.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a good call there. Let me see what it looks like outside. Oh wow.
Rain.
Rain. That's what it looks like. Oh,
That's
yeah.
my aircraft. I can see the strobes. Yeah, there's a couple of strobes there. I'm surprised they're still attached to the
Oh,
aircraft.
there's another 8,000 foot per minute climb.
Wow. Oh yeah, you know, I wasn't even paying attention to my vertical speed indicator. I really should do that.
Yeah, I'm no longer at
while we're at
22,000. I'm at 250 at this point.
Oh jeez.
Keeps trying to descend back down, but it immediately hits another thermal updraft, and back up we go.
Yeah, it does look like it's vacillating between 1,000 positive and negative feet per minute. Wow. Thought it was dramatic yesterday. It feels like it's even worse now because of the fact that it's recorded in the history of Active Sky Next.
Yeah, it's always better in the sense of a worse weather system when you go back the next day or so after it's been drawn, because they're during the event itself, it's pulling from primarily from METARs and weather reports from balloons, which they don't send balloons into hurricanes, so because it would end up like in China.
There you go. If any viewers watching want to try this out, we're set for Thursday, October 6th, 2016 at approximately 2240 Zulu, which would be 640 Eastern Time.
Alright, so Active Sky is showing me, I'm just looking at the wind directions, the eye looks a little to our north to get the eye wall.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
I just compensated for that.
Alright.
So let me see, what does it say my heading is?
Alright, I'm going to try my heading, I'm going to turn my heading to due north.
We should be bursting through any minute now. So we are kind of close to it. I'm going to set myself up for 060, or at least as close to it as I can get.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Come on,
about
Bertha, work with
03.
me here. Oh, Bertha is not liking this.
It's funny watching the Active Sky with the wind direction overlay, and I do apologise to my viewers. I didn't put the weather gauge into this aircraft actually as a shift pop up, so I'm looking at another screen, and it's actually got the clear like no wind indicator.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Okay, turning towards that. Yep. Oh, and I just watched.
Just south.
Okay, that was cool. I just saw and I'm starting. Looks like I might be about to break through because I'm actually watching it change as it's getting lighter.
Yep, there goes the wind. My wind is slowly dropping out
Yep.
of 90.
Dropping out at 100. Yep, dropping down to 70 knots.
So this is the hard part. Depending on how big the eye actually was at this point, is actually finding the eye itself in active sky. Sometimes it takes a few tries. Have to kind of come back and forth a few times. But looks like we're pretty darn close this time.
Yeah, that wind's dropping rapidly down to 30 knots. Now, of course, you know, for those crazy pilots who do fly into the eye, of course, you know, when they get to the eye, they release various well, throughout their trip through the eye wall, they've been releasing floating buoys on parachutes to actually sort of sample data as well as using the instruments on board, and they use this as to get some amazing quality weather data. And I've got still winds now. Haven't quite broken through the cloud though.
I just did. Oh my god, it's still just as dramatic. Wow. To go from, oh my god, where am I going, to deathly silence. Yeah, you definitely want to backtrack a little bit to the west there, northwest.
Alright.
Wow, that is just crazy. There's like no wind now.
And of course, you know, we're lucky. You know, we have the advantage of being able to actually, you know, look at maps because, you know, we're reliving data that's already been collected. You know, in some ways by these pilots, but you know, these pilots have to try and find the eye just by navigating and actually, you know, experiencing the wind conditions for themselves. So this is insane. And I just dropped 2,000 feet, and wow, okay, cool story.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Alright, I don't want to go through this eye wall here just yet. Try and see if I can have a party in the center here.
That's insane. Just sort of like, you know, watching the clouds, and actually again, sort of with those, we're talking about depictions of the fact that I'm actually now seeing the sunlight come through the clouds, so I'm not getting the dark grey. I'm getting the lighter colours that come through that. And oh, is that the eye wall there? I think it is. Turn a little bit south. I do believe I'm about to come. Yep.
There it is.
Holy crap.
You just crossed my nose. I am perpendicular to you right now.
Getting ready to come from your right.
Yeah,
holy crap.
It's a night and day difference, isn't it?
Holy crap, that's... yeah. Oh, that lightning is just insane as well. Jesus. It looks like I'm going to go back through the eye wall again. Alright, let's... Alright.
Got visual on one of you at my 7 o'clock right now. Heading due west. Okay.
Yeah, I'm NOAA at the moment.
Alright, well, while I can see you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and get on your 6. Yeah, you've heard of the calm before the storm. This is the calm in the center of the storm. Perfect flying weather right now, as long as you stay within this 10-mile radius.
My radius, yep.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to get back in the eye, over the wall, and turn back around.
What I really love in the depiction of this too is just how Active Sky Next has literally stacked the clouds on top of each other. So from the sea
Holy
level
crap.
to...
Holy crap, 5,000 feet per minute down. Yep, that's not good. Come back up. Get out of it. Traded for 4,000 feet per minute climb. Yep, cool story. Holy shit.
This is why I'm just making a right-hand turn. I'm staying in the eye wall.
Whew.
It's just craziness. It's just craziness.
And that's a 6,000 feet per minute climb now. Okay, cool story. This is
Of course, the fun part is going to be getting back. Instead of that tailwind, we're going to have a headwind. Alright, let me see. I have this thing in about a 45-degree bank, just to try and stay inside the walls. Oh look, the moon is out. Oh, nice. Who knew?
Yeah, I just lost like another 4,000 feet. Yep.
Sounds right. Well, luckily I am picking you both up on the Active Skynex map, so I don't think we're in danger of colliding as of yet. Subject to change, of course.
Yeah, you and I are gonna pass pretty close together here in about 20 seconds, but I think we'll be alright.
Yep.
This is so crazy.
So now, which version of Active Sky are you using? You're using the latest version, right?
That's correct. So I'm using Active Sky 16. So the brand new one. God, look at
I
that.
wonder
Yeah,
what the
level
difference
like
is.
no 10 degrees nose up, and I was still doing 2,000 feet per minute down, and still pulling over almost 300 knots.
Yep.
Wow.
And then I hit the updraft, and I'm doing 4,500 up, 5,000 up.
This is really interesting. I have one of the AI boats, the AI ships, is down in the middle of the eye. I mean, the dead middle of the eye, heading eastbound.
Yep. Whoa! Okay, sorry. Well, okay, I see what you mean about the red cockpit lighting, because that just kicked in for me too. Oh, that was a little scary. Whew! Okay, cool story.
Yeah, I'm setting my GPS for Kilo November Quebec X-ray Key West, because we're gonna need to get out of here at some point in time.
Ha! Ha!
Or we could try to land at Grand Bahamas and see how that goes.
I was actually thinking, you know, just for funsies at the end, let's try and land at Grand Bahamas.
Well, give me the code, I'll punch it in. What are we looking for here?
Oh, okay.
Mike Yankee, go Fox.
Oh wow, so I'm in the eye and I can see that. I think I can. Is that the ship wake I'm looking at down there? I think it is.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's directly in the middle of the eye down there.
Which, don't get me wrong, they should be safe as long as they're going at whatever speed this storm is going. So, what, 5 knots? 6 knots?
12. Moving at 12 miles an hour,
Okay.
so...
So yeah, they'll get to their destination eventually.
Except they're going east. The wrong way.
Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's insane. That modeling of that eye wall is just batshit crazy.
Yep.
Okay, what was that ICAO code again?
Mike Yankee, Golf Foxtrot.
Okay. Oh, it's the same one. Okay, got it. Should know that. I gave that to you guys. Okay.
But I tell you what,
No, I'm
those
kinda
winds right on the edge of the eye wall, those up and down drafts are just batshit crazy. I just had a 6,000 feet per minute down draft. Now I've got a 6,000 feet per minute up draft, and I'm being yanked over into a 90-degree bank.
Yep.
Yep. That's the most brutal part of it right there.
Seriously, you pilots that do this for real, fuck me. You guys are beyond insane.
And they're getting paid for it. Wow. I wouldn't mind being a beneficiary on that one. It's got to be one hell of a life insurance policy there.
Are they even insurable?
If they're even insurable.
I was gonna say if they're even insurable.
Exactly.
Depending on which side. NOAA, I have no idea, but for the Air Force, I would imagine nothing more than your typical
Combat pay.
reserve job, too, because actually they're in the reserve, so that's even less so.
Oh, wow.
Well, something a little more.
That is just insane. Like, the fidelity of that storm is just crazy. It really is.
Can't help it. I gotta go down and buzz this boat real quick.
It's
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm hoping that the winds don't kick in before I get down there, but we'll see.
As long as you stay in the ice, you're good.
yay.
I'm starting to think about heading to that airport. Yeah, I don't know how the hell we're going to pull this off. It is
Alright.
I don't
literally
even think they have
right
an ILS.
north. Wow.
So, and the benefits
They
it.
do.
Okay, let's have a look. I can see you making the buzz on the. Oh, yep. Go for the buzz.
I have to turn around and do this a second time because I'm off
That's what.
center here.
That's one
Still at
hell of
1,000
a.
feet.
That's one hell of an angle you've got going down there.
Not too bad.
Okay. In theory, we might be able to pull off ILS 6, just judging from the way these winds are blowing. In
Yeah, it's all
theory,
gonna
mind you.
shift. Especially because that's the north and northeast side of the storm, so that would be really interesting. It's gonna shift 4 or 5 times before we get there.
Wow.
By the way,
Alright, well, I'm gonna
just
load.
again, sorry. By the way, folks, this is one of the advantages of doing a VATSIM style, or Join FS with the multiplayer programming is the fact that you can actually watch another pilot, fly. So the view that we're currently looking at for me is I'm currently watching Razor as he's doing his descent in there and being blanketed by weather as he's trying to do his buzz run on that boat. That's cool.
I'm just hoping I don't hit one of those downdrafts in the wall. Still technically in the eye, but it's still been shifting a little bit.
Alright, let me do this. I'm gonna set up my procedures here and gonna attempt on this thing. Activate vectors to final. Oh boy. Oh, wish me luck.
Don't die.
That's always
I appreciate it.
that's always good advice.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
what my
good
sister
start.
says every time I go to fly in real life. As I'm getting out of the car or leaving to go to the airport. Don't die.
Don't die.
Okay, thanks.
Alright.
Good,
drop
solid
the
advice.
idle, dropping.
Yeah.
Hey, that worked. That works.
Alright, now let's get the F up away from this water.
Damn, you're low.
I was at 100 feet.
I'm discovering spiral descents help, especially in the eye.
Razor, I've got you in like a really high climb right now.
Well, that would be what I'm in.
Okay, cool story. Just checking.
Trying to make sure I got at least 5,000 feet before I hit these 5,000 foot per minute descent rates.
Yeah, that's probably a cool story.
Oh, by the way, I don't think Lockheed installed speed brakes on this bad boy. Just saying.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't think I just mentioned, but the aircraft we are flying, by the way, folks, is actually freeware. So this is a freeware P3 Orion. So this is
Oh shit!
oh shit!
There's
Whoa!
the wall.
Yep. Hello.
That's never good. I can't even see anything behind me. I just know that's not good.
Okay. Yep. I got the boat down there to your left.
How
Yeah.
about that boat?
That was from 0 to 100. Literally 0 to 100 in half a second.
So anyway, folks, as I was saying, so this is a freeware aircraft. So this is freeware P3 Orion. This is the WP3D variant. The core aircraft is done by Team KBT, so a loose collection of developers that do some really high quality work. You can find it on most of the good freeware sites. It's been in a couple of different versions over the years, but the version 3.3 and 3.31 is pretty much the definitive versions, and they open sourced the model file so that people could actually create the different versions as well. So you can get the WP3 version like we've got here. You can also get the Antares versions as well, with all the Elint equipment as well, and there's a firefighting one P3A as well kicking around. Alright, watching Razor there, but I think I'm going to join you at BelGeode, and I think I'm going to find the airport. So what was the ICAO we're going to again?
Mike Yankee Golf
The same one.
Mike Yankee Golf Foxtrot? Okay, alright, let's
There
let's
is an
go on.
ILS 6. I
ILS
have
runway 6?
ILS runway 6 programmed right now, and I'm just trying to maneuver my way onto the localizer.
Alright. You got the
7
9.7, thank
I
you.
don't know.
and 067.
9.7.
Although
that's
067 probably ain't gonna help you today.
probably not, no.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
109.7.
Airport probably will go away in a second.
1,000. Let's go ahead and stop right here.
Was 067 was the heading of the ILS?
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
That was, yep, that's crazy. Again, like, insane to props to the people who do that for reals, because you guys, and I'm actually just gonna say that, you know, I'll be honest, when I first got 16, Active Sky 16, I was sort of like, it's just Active Sky again, you know, I'm forking out money for an upgrade. You know what? Crossing that horizon between Active Sky Next and Active Sky 16, that was just night and day. Absolute night and day, that was. The difference that I went through for that. So, yeah, that was complete night and day difference. So, yeah, yep, I wasn't 100% convinced by Active Sky 16 before. I now am 100% convinced with it now. Holy crap, am I convinced.
Wow. Okay, just to give you an idea of what I'm going through here, I am currently throttle idle, and I am still at 200 with no real way to slow this thing down.
Drop the crap.
And I'm at
Flaps, Fred, they don't
1900
actually
feet
break
off
off.
Yeah, flaps as long as they don't rip off, hopefully.
Yeah, about that.
100.
Maybe I could use the landing gear speed brakes, huh?
Actually, yeah, your gear extension speed on this thing's 250 knots, if I remember correctly.
That's pretty typical
So-
for military airplanes.
Yeah, 250, 260 knots.
Sold. Alright, let me zoom in the yield GPS here and see what we're looking at. Okay, I'm just outside of the ILS feathers, so I might actually be able to pull this off, although, hold that thought.
Yeah, you're gonna approach it really fast. That's what you'll find with these things. You're looking at a 11,000 foot runway, so you have a little bit of leeway there if you do find it really late past minimums, which I'm sure is going to be past minimums.
Oh, I guarantee it will be. Alright, so far flaps 1 is looking good. I still have flaps. This is good.
Yeah, flaps are still present. Present and accounted for. Excellent.
Okay, we're trying to do a manual descent here. You gonna work with me here, Bertha, or what? Okay, there we go. Good girl. Good girl. We're at the ILS feather right now, so stay at about 1,000. Probably not the wisest idea given this crosswind, but yeah.
And what exactly
Alright.
is wise about this entire flight?
There is nothing wise about this.
I'm actually, yeah, I'm doing a spiral descent above the airport just to try and keep myself coming there.
I have no idea what this aircraft is doing, but I'm gonna start increasing airspeed here before I fall out of the sky.
Don't forget to reset your altimeters.
Ah, yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Probably drop like 4,000 feet.
I just dropped 3. My altimeter just dropped 3,000. Yep. Uh-huh. That's a thing.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wait. What is that? Holy crap, that's ocean. Alright. Up.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
what's
you're
that?
off the-
Oh, wait.
you're off the path. Oh dear.
Wrong way. Wrong way. We definitely don't want that. You really should not be able to count waves right now. This is not good.
I want to say don't try this at home, kids, but I'm pretty sure anybody flight simulation pilot is probably going to try this. Come on, it's almost like a rite of passage in flight simulation to go to do something stupid like this. Holy crap! My airspeed is pegged. I think I'm overspeeding these engines, and I'm at idle.
I got a tailwind, so I'm technically at 117 knots airspeed, but let me see what ground speed is. Oh, 56. How about that?
Yeah, I'm 490 ground speed and 350 airspeed. Yeah, I'm totally going to need to slow down there. Alright,
I
a
can
few
no
S10s
longer see
coming
my
in.
airplane from outside.
Okay, looks like I'm below the cloud base at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, that you'll come back into it, and then you won't be able to see your
Yep.
wingtip.
I
Because I had the same thing. I could see the airport.
Shore.
Yeah, you're pretty much over it now. About 5 out of the final approach fix.
Okay.
What is my current altitude? 1200. Okay, well, it's vectoring me in. This is somewhat good.
Turned my autopilot off, had to push the yoke all the way to the deflection to keep the airplane from rolling over upside down.
Yeah, that
Wow,
sounds
you know,
about right.
I'm just following the vectors to final at the moment, and I've got the edge of the eye wall just like on the horizon. That is insane.
Oh, wow.
And there's the soup.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of that for sure. Alright, let me shallower up a bit here. We are at 800 feet off the deck. I am hesitant about putting out any more flaps. I think I'm just going to try and control my airspeed with the throttle here. We're still on target, though. At least if this GPS is to be believed.
Yeah, it's somewhat. They're pretty close, but you certainly want to be looking out for the lights. I think Grand Bahamas is lit, I hope.
I was going to say, I really hope it's lit.
Yeah.
Because I know that we flew into Cape Air a couple weeks ago, and there was not a lit field somewhere around really close to here. Might have been the one just north. The needle.
Luckily.
Oh, that was 100 feet. Ho! Ho!
Yeah, don't hit the water. Reset your altimeter quite a few times. Because as you pass the eye, it's going to keep resetting.
Yep. Yep.
These are the kind of flights you need your webcam on.
Yeah, right? You really don't want to see that.
Ho!
Oh my god, is that the lights? I think that's
Probably.
the lights. Holy crap.
Yeah, you're really close.
These winds are messed up.
Surprisingly enough, I'm somewhat on glide slope. Okay, flaps 2. Yep, I am on glide slope. I'm doing this thing.
Okay, right.
Like the glide, I'm just going under the glide. Hopefully I can find the airport.
Well, I'm using glide slope as a relative term right now.
Alright. I'm a little above the slope. I'm a little to the left. Okay, bring it back in.
Oh crap. Be sure to check
Remember,
out the windsock on your fan.
Yeah, it's probably flapping all over the place.
This is gonna hurt. Come on, Bertha. Stay with me here.
Oh, fuck me.
1, 2, 3. We're all down. Woo! Thrust reversers, please.
Alright. Get down. Flaps 1. Alright. Instruments. Relying on instruments. Okay, alright. Still a little above the slope. A little below the slope now.
Okay, well, the good news is there's not much at this airport, so you can pull off to the side, and you should be okay.
I just saw something out the side of my airplane. I don't know if it was a tree. I don't know if it was a cloud. I have no idea what that was.
I'm gonna guess it might have been a tree.
No, we're still showing 1,000 feet. We're
Okay.
probably not a tree.
All I'm thinking of right now is something like, you know, like that line. I think was it Twister, that movie, which was like, you know, cow. Another cow. No, same cow coming back.
Alright, I see the
Okay,
coast. I
I'm gonna
see.
put the parking
What is
brake
that?
on.
Is that the airport? That looks like the airport.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little
I
bit
think it's a
inland.
road. It's a road.
All right.
It's a bridge. It's a bridge. Don't land on the bridge.
don't land on the bridge. No landing on bridges tonight.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh wow, there's actually a terminal here.
It's
I
rather
guess I
windy
could
down.
probably
Oh
back.
shit, it's really windy down here.
Ah,
Yes, it is.
ah,
I just had to get a full power to keep from hitting this tower down here. And I'm still only doing 60 knots over the ground. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stay like at 400 feet so I can see the ground the whole way.
Holy crap, I just got massive... Whoa! Fuck me, that's... Crosswind was a bitch. Okay. Still...
Okay. I am in front of the terminal, and as you would expect, in the middle of a hurricane, this place is a ghost town.
Not surprised.
I'm also trying to make a right turn, and
Yeah, it ain't happening.
yeah, it's not happening.
Jesus.
Hit the brakes.
The wind is not static either, which you would come to expect near the eye. But I mean, I can see the ground up. I can't see the ground anymore. Fuck me. I couldn't see the ground, and my nose is going left and right pretty consistently. I think that's a tree. Try to avoid that. Stop climbing. Climb anymore. God. That's still the water. Oh wait, I see a light. I see a light. I'm going for it. I think it's a
Yep, that's
light.
pretty much how it happens.
Fuck.
Whoa! Okay. That's 1,000 feet.
You've also got radio towers around here too, so be mindful of that on the way in.
Oh yeah, I almost hit one of them already. Fuck. I'm not even close. I am kind of close. What the fuck? Why is my plane G frozen? Great. This will help plane G. Oh, that's why it's frozen. I'm doing like 30 knots over the ground. I'm hovering a P3 right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I literally cannot taxi here. If I come off the brakes, this thing.
Yeah, I spawned in here earlier, and that's why I said there's no way we're taking off out of here, because it was not going to happen. I can see the lights of the city, I think that is, but that's all I can see. And it's like very dull.
Okay, I think... Okay, I'm still way below glide slope. But... It's okay. It's all good. I got this. Maybe. Maybe not. I can't see shit.
No.
That's about right. That's about right, yes. I do have you both on Active Sky Next map, and you're both looking good. At least where you should be, anyway.
Yeah,
And what the hell? I've got the pushback truck coming out to me. No, dude, now is not the time. Go home to your family. What the hell?
Okay, like...
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
There's the lights. There's the lights.
Oh,
Fuck,
shit.
There's the strobes.
Oh, shit, I'm going all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's low. That's really low.
Alright.
That will happen.
Right.
That's low.
Permanent descent right to the runway. Here we go. Stop turning. Stop turning.
Stop turning.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Turn back the other way. Turn back to... Oh, my God. How is this lined up?
Just an FYI, you guys are awful close together. Just saying.
That's right. We're good. We're doing 30 knots over the ground. We're fine. Oh, my God. I'm at a 60-degree angle with the runway right now.
I don't know what I'm doing. Ow, okay, yep, no, I'm on the ground and way short the runway.
Uh-oh. Stall. I didn't stall. I'm really doing 20 knots over the ground right now. There's 10.
I believe that. I believe that. Do you have flaps out?
Yep. I have a little bit of flaps out. There's 8, 7, 6, 5. I am hovering my P3 at 2 feet.
Okay, alright, I think I'm beside the runway. I'm gonna... I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to go around. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that might be a wise move.
Well, my right wheel was on the runway, my center or nose wheel was on the runway, my left wheel might have been in the grass, but I'm taking it. It was a hover landing in a P3.
Hovering landing in a
crap.
P3. Wow.
Yep.
I've got visual. You are in. Just cut across that grass there. You'll see me here having a confab.
Uh-huh. Yep. See if I can manage to not flip it over in the...
This is as close as I'm going to get to that terminal. Otherwise, I'm going into it.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to stop in the grass over here.
Yeah, it's probably the safer maneuver. Okay, and then there was one. How are you doing on that go around there?
Yeah, that was
Made it
a...
like half a mile.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit balls. Okay, alright, cool story. Ah.
Pro tip, the winds are running counterclockwise.
Now you
Keep that
fucking
in
tell
mind.
me.
Keep that in mind on your pattern there.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I am actually like dripping here. I am sweating like there's no tomorrow. This is like insane here. Holy shit balls.
Yeah, that was nearly more. Oh my god! I just looked at my track on Plan G. I came in over the edge of the feather. I made probably 100 turns before I got to the runway.
Uh-huh.
That was
I
almost
think
more
I'm
nerve
gonna-
wracking than taxiing out for my first air. Oh fuck. That was interesting.
Okay, let me see if I can kill engine 1 and engine 4.
Yeah, you're gonna start flying backwards.
Yeah, that's the only thing keeping me in one place right now.
Probably.
Okay, alright. Alright.
Right, so we go.
Try this again.
Okay, you're looking on target, at least as far as active Skynex goes. You got the ILS feather?
I'm on the feather. I just realized that
Very nice.
this ILS is fucking offset, isn't it?
No.
No,
No?
it's actually pretty
It's
dead on.
dead down the runway.
Go down the wrong way?
You're gonna have to be crabbed. I was literally 40, 60 degrees when I touched down.
Yeah.
Because the winds are a 30-degree offset, so and shifting dramatically.
Telling you, I gotta give props to Lockheed. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing this in anything else. There's no way in hell I would have tried this in a Tomcat.
No. I'm good at flying the F-18, but I wouldn't even try it in that. I don't think.
Mm-mm. I actually tried in X-Plane with the F-18, the Kalamata F-18, and yeah, it was a little bit of a disappointment. But I think that was more from the standpoint of the fact that X-Plane doesn't have something like active Skynex. Yeah, you've got SkyMax Pro, but it was a big letdown. No
Yeah.
hurricane, just a bunch of clouds. Max
That's what
winds, I
Rex
believe,
does.
was like knots. Yeah. Hey, he's coming in. I still have no visual, but I see you on a map.
Yeah, you're pretty much over the airfield, and I don't see nothing.
And grease spot on the ground. Where the fuck am I? Okay. Oh my god. I'm like right off the runway. Fuck. So close. Yeah, no.
I don't
That
even
doesn't
see,
register.
see the edge of the airport, but oh look, there's your airplane.
What's left of it.
Oh wow. Still have no visual on you. How far down are you? Huh.
Yeah, I'm hovering. Yep. Mhm.
Yep. Tyler landed. He's at the end of the runway, just crossing the end of the runway.
Runway.
Oh, that's right. Lights don't show in this, do they? Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
No.
That fuck.
That's the only drawback of this software is that the lights don't show. Yeah, I think I've wrecked this aircraft pretty much totally. Just not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay.
Sure.
All right. The joys of editing.
Well,
Let's-
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
But not the person streaming.
No, not the person recording and streaming. That's going to put this up. Yeah, that's. I see. Now it's the point of pride, and now I have to do it.
Oh man. Wow. Yeah, this little multiplayer thingamabobber, this thing works like gangbusters. Not a single issue. I'm liking this.
As we've sort of said, yeah, we try not to get too excited about it because we've seen it before where it's gone all sorts of fucked up. And oh, that was okay. Thanks, Active Sky, for freaking out and giving me. Oh crap, that's one hell of a crosswind. I just briefly got to see the rabbits, like for about a second.
Wow. Looks like the sun is officially set, at least in the sim anyway.
By the way, there's the video you were looking for earlier, Nova, or
Thank you.
saying earlier.
Hang on, I see a runway.
That
I see a runway.
Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down. You can hover. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Bye-bye.
Oh, yep. There he goes. There he goes. Okay, that was a valiant attempt. Ancient Chinese saying, not every airport can land.
Wait.
Runway's not that long.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Don't forget the reverse thrusters.
Grass. I'm gonna take it. Holy shit balls! Holy shit balls! Seriously! Holy shit balls!
All I can say is good luck taxiing back. Wow.
Holy shit balls! Oh my god, my aircraft is literally doing donuts. I am literally doing donuts here. It was a taxiway, I'll take it. This is insane. Oh wow. Okay. I think in hindsight, an approach with no flaps actually would have been a better idea.
Possibly, yeah. Get easier to hover though.
Whoa! Jesus, I'm being blown around all over the place on the ground.
Hello there, drifting.
Is this like Tokyo Drift P3 style?
It would seem so.
Okay, how's it going?
Okay. It was a taxiway. I'll take it.
That works.
It was a taxiway. I'll take it. All right, we did it. I made a complete fool of myself. But seriously though, folks, thanks for joining me in this little bit of a hilarity. But in all seriousness though, for those affected by Hurricane Matthew, seriously, I hope that you're all okay, your loved ones are okay, and our thoughts are, the whole flight simulation community's thoughts are with you. And yes, I know I made a complete twat of myself with my landing, but you know, that's what the fun part is when you record this stuff. So, cool story. Alright, well, I want to say thank you very much to my fellow brave, insane pilots. Thank you very much, Razor from the FSX Blue Angels.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to join in. It's a lot of fun.
And thank you very much to fellow streamer BelGeode.
Not a problem. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
And folks, don't forget to go check out BelGeode's channel. He's got a lot of cool stuff there, a lot of flight sim stuff, and some other interesting random stuff as well. Great to have a viewing of. And of course, don't forget, as always, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, or even if you didn't, you know, or if you didn't, you know what, that's your opinion. But if you did like it, don't forget to give it a like. And of course, don't forget you can subscribe to this channel, and you can catch up with all things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.